Oh, sorry. Hey guys, welcome back to Redefine Our Prime. My name's Chris.
I'm Ron.
And welcome to the Take 1 review for John Wick 3, Parabellum. So to jump right in, this movie, to me, was worth admission in the first 15 minutes of the film. So I think that's it. Thanks for...
Okay, I'd like to say something too. No, I totally agree with you there. You're a big John Wick fan, yes?
I do really like me some John Wick.
I enjoy him very much. I saw the entire first one, but a few years ago, so my memory isn't too clear. I know the basic plot, and I know, how cool the action is. John Wick 2, I saw it, but once again, I remember certain scenes, but the whole movie itself. Then I go into this one. I want some action. I like action. And like you said, the first 15 minutes was unbelievable. It was just a non-stop chase action where he'd run and then he'd just kick the crap out of 4 or 5 guys, run again. It was like it just kept going. I thought to myself, I said, is this just going to be one continuous night of him just running and kicking everyone's ass that he runs into? I mean, the first guy he kills, it was with, and I kid you not, a book. He beat the dude to death with a book.
In the first 5 minutes.
And I remember my cousin saw it before us, and I look at him and I go, is there going to be more stuff like that? And he goes, oh, just wait. So then, 5 minutes later, he ends up in an antique weapon shop. And I'll how about this? I'll tell about the first part, then you tell about the second part. He finds this old antique Clint Eastwood gun, right? And he wants to use a 50 cal. It don't fit in the chambers. So he takes another chamber, custom makes it, rearranges the parts, and right as the bad guy comes in, he just Clint Eastwood hip shoots him, which is probably a callback to the Fistful of Dollars spaghetti western, Good, the Bad, and the Ugly movies. Half his head comes off. And then what happens, Chris?
Then they go and they start fighting where there's a bunch of old knives and there's swords on the wall, there's axes, and it's literally they just start using these knives as throwing knives and they're throwing it back and forth. And on top of that, a lot of awesome hand-to-hand combat. And that, again, was the best introduction to a movie ever. They had the entire theater oh my god.
Some of the people were reacting to our reaction.
Yeah, we were getting so jacked up, and that was again the first 15 minutes. And so we were already making plans to go see a movie, but show up so we can jump into John Wick quick first, just to see the first 15 minutes and then go to the next movie. That alone just shows that this was such a great overall fun time. Highly recommend you just go and check it out because the story's got enough there too. It isn't all action, but it's John Wick. It's meant you go there to see the fights. You don't go there for the in-depth crazy story, right?
Yeah.
The whole world is just a fun place, great time. Just enjoy the movie.
The reason why I appreciate it is I'm a big stickler for story, but you know what? John Wick is kind of, I don't want to say more than that, but it's something different. What it is an artistic expression of action.
Yep,
that's what it is. It's the action scenes reminded me of a musical number where a musical and dance number where it was a routine. They were putting on a show for us basically. You go see a musical and then they do a big musical set piece, and that's what this reminded me of. And it was beautiful. The fight choreography was gorgeous.
Yeah.
My only complaint was he kind of used the same move a bunch of different times. That famous wrap his legs around the guy's shoulders and then do a somersault, get him by the arm, and then pop him in the head. If you've seen John Wick before, you know the move I'm talking about. But I just respect the fact that it was the action. That's what we were here for. And the first 15 minutes was the best action I've seen in 5 years at least. This is our reaction watching the action. That's what we were doing while watching it. And I couldn't have asked for more. That first 15 minutes was absolutely superb, A+. Then it kind of gets a little repetitive. The action scenes aren't as cool as the first 15 minutes. Still good. There was one villain I wasn't too crazy about. He was kind of like a John Wick fanboy, so they'd be fighting, and then right in the middle of the fight, he'd go, "By the way, man, big fan. I'd totally be friends with you if I didn't have to kill you." And then you'll know it when you see it. But Halle Berry, did she need to be in it?
I was just gonna say, in my mind, the first act of the movie was fantastic. The second act was okay.
That was the weakest act for me.
I liked I didn't mind Halle Berry being there, but she did a great job, and the dogs were amazing. But while
by the way, they don't know what you're talking about. She has 2 pet dogs.
In the trailers, you'll see the dogs, right? Yeah. So at the end of the day, I feel like her character, when they were fighting, I just wished we were following John. So like every time they were showing her for extended periods of time, I was like, I wonder what John Wick's doing. But then she's not in it for the whole movie, Then the third act, it's just kind of like the wrap up.
Yeah, the third act was good. It wasn't as good as the first act. It was still good. It kind of reminded me of like a video game level to level classic, like Bruce Lee boss fighting. That movie with the towers was kind of like that. But without going into any more spoilers, it was. I recommend it. It's a great time.
Yep.
If you just want to see some awesome action. Extremely artistic action. How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it. So guys, if you've seen it, let us know in the comments what you thought. And thank you so much. Please drop a like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. And we'll see you next time on Redefine Our Prime. See you guys.